So what's going on, y'all? It's Navoy Vincent repping Navoy Vincent Fitness. We back again today with another YouTube video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, leave a comment. And as the topic, as you guys saw in the title, is as a man who's good looking and disciplined, you will get hated on. Now guys, this is actually something that I've noticed throughout my last couple of years in my life. You know, the whole looks max thing. I was always kind of like an ugly duckling until about I want to say, especially around college, especially when I started losing my hair. Like, I noticed my hairline started going, as y'all see. I'm a bald dude. But, you know, it kind of gives you that whole Jason Statham, The Rock type look. And I kind of noticed, you know, it makes women kind of choose up on you a little bit. You know, you look more masculine. Before I had like the goofy afro or, you know, the goofy haircuts. But now you look more grown and sexy, if you understand what I'm saying. But I say all of that to say is what I've noticed, especially in my life those last few years, you notice a lot of the times you'll come across other dudes that literally won't like you for absolutely no reason. And, you know, me personally, you know, I'm always really into the mindset thing, especially into the extreme accountability, where I always try to sit back and look at in the situation. All right, did I do something? What did I do? Did I rub this person the wrong way? But guys, a lot of the times when you just focus and you discipline, you making sure you're looking good, you smelling good, you're working out and all this other fun stuff, you're gonna attract a lot of envy and jealousy. And this is a very tough pill to swallow. This is something that even myself to this day I still have trouble dealing with, because you'll realize certain guys that even in certain aspects you look at them and you admire them for certain attributes that they have. If you just got one or two things more than them, or something that they wish they had, or even worse, they see that potential that you might have, they go and hate on you, bro. And the best example of this would be my last job. Like, when I was at my last company, what kind of really messed me up was, see, back then, you know, even right now I weigh like 96 kg, so I think that's around 225 pounds. I think around that area. So, you know, I'm a pretty big guy. You know, you're a muscular dude. I'm around 5'10". So I'm a pretty big guy. And especially when you work in these offices, a lot of the dudes in there, they're either kind of nerdy or overweight. They kind of carry themselves in a bit of a feminine manner. Luckily, my job now, you know, I'm around a bit more masculine men, family men. They got wives, they got kids. They, you know, they're on that energy of they're just trying to do their job and go home. We can kind of joke about, you know, annoying, you know, how their wives are annoying them and stuff like that. But I say that to say, let me get back to my point. I'm kind of going off on a tangent. But when I was at my last company, what really messed me up was, guys, when I first started working there, all the women in the office was choosing heavy. And this is something you're going to notice, guys, especially when you get on that self-improvement. Females, it's going to be like, it's nothing. It's very easy. And then not even in the sense where, let's say you don't even want her, or even in the fact she don't even want you. It's at the end of the day, women appreciate a good looking man. Just like you as a man, let's say you married or you got a girl, you're gonna be looking at that ass. Like, yeah, you don't want her, but you're still looking. It looks good. It's not gonna kill you. And when I first started working at my last company, man, they was choosing heavy. And I had a girlfriend at the time too, and I made sure, you know, hey, I got a girlfriend. I wasn't no sleazeball, so I didn't really do nothing with it. But when you go to work in that kind of sense, I was always going to work. I'm dressed nice, and I follow a very strict diet, guys. I eat about basically the same thing Monday through I want to say Saturday. So when I'm at work, you know, you're getting chose up on, and man, them dudes hated that. I'm talking dudes in there did not like me for absolutely no reason other than envy and jealousy. And it just killed me, man. And you know, especially with women, what they'll do is when they kind of feeling you, they'll go and they'll tell you stuff that other dudes are saying. And there was a guy in my office, mind you, this guy's engaged. He's got, you know, he had a girl. He's getting engaged, but he always had a feeling he had like a little side piece in the office. And I know the side piece is kind of choosing up on me too. This man went and said, why does this guy go to the gym so much? It's a waste of time. And it's just jealousy, man. It's insecurities. But this is the kind of stuff, guys, that's a man, when you start really getting on your purpose, you're going to have to deal with this. This is going to come. It's going to come from people you wouldn't even think would hate on you. Like, that's the thing that kind of trips me out. Because as you guys, if you're new here, I'm from South Florida, especially specifically Fort Lauderdale. Like my parents, they bought the house way back in the 80s. So we're actually in a pretty nice area of the city. So what's kind of crazy is you could never be a hater in South Florida because it's very counterproductive. Like there's always somebody with more money. There's always somebody with more muscle. There's always a taller guy. Like, for example, when I work out, I go to Powerhouse in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, guys, Brandon Hendrickson trains at that gym. I've seen MLB players at that gym, like baseball players. One of the girls that I actually went to high school actually married, I think he plays for the Yankees or something like that. Like this is the kind of stuff you would see. So it never really made sense to me to hate on somebody, because no matter what I do, is I have to run my own race, because logically speaking, there's always going to be another dude with more paper. And there's always going to be a taller dude, better looking dude. I just got to be the best that I can be and try to soak up as much game from other people as possible. But the problem is, it's spiritual warfare out here. That envious jealousy, that's a spirit. That's an energy that's like almost like it's attached to somebody. And what they'll do is they lash out at other people. And that's going to come your way when you really get on your purpose, guys. This is why, man, you listen to these rappers. They all saying the same thing. Like, think about it. You get a record deal, then all of a sudden you got a bunch of money, and everybody you knew who grew up with, they all know you got a bunch of money. This is why whenever these rappers try to go back to the hood, they end up dying. Look at someone like, I always look at Chinks, Drugs. He was clicked in with French Montana. This guy was pushing a super nice car. You're in the hood. You're trying to, keep it real. This dude ends up losing his life, man. Like, I'll let you know right now, bro. I don't even like letting people know where I live. I don't like letting people in my house like that. Because you got to be really cognizant out here. There's people out there that, even if they have more money than you, more status than you, if you got one thing more than them, they gonna hate on you, be envious. You might be at work, like my last job, for example. I had people that was low-key kind of jealous, and I'm talking, these are people that when they do the town hall meetings, they're the ones giving the speeches. It's just because I got more attention from women, they hate you because of that. So that's something that, guys, I really want you to be focused on and be cognizant of. You need to be focused. You need to make sure to self-improve, because even though you're going to be able to get more women, you're going to have more opportunities with work. You're going to have more opportunities in life. You're going to be able to build more money, build a better, so to say, a legacy for yourself. There's going to be negatives too. And the biggest negative, man, you're going to have some haters, bro. You're going to have, and now it's funny because I remember hearing stuff like this and thinking to myself, okay, why would somebody be envious of me or be jealous of me? Because back then I ain't have nothing. I was nothing. But once you kind of build a life up or build a status up, guys, it's going to come your way. And the only thing that you can really do with it, you got to learn how to just kind of, you got to have discernment. Like, you got to slowly pick up on little things. Pay attention. Pay attention when you give good news. Like, I notice when I give good news to certain people, they'll be really happy for me. But if you give certain good news to other people, it's almost like, oh, okay, see, that's a huge red flag. To people like that, bro, you got to charge them, man. And I'm not no street dude, but I was around, I grew up with street dudes, and I knew a lot of street dudes. And usually when they got backdoored, or, they ended up losing their lives, or even worse, going to jail, bro, it was always somebody close to him, somebody who was envious. Maybe he was a better hustler than you, or maybe, let's say y'all both were really good hustlers, but he had better charisma with the women than you, or he had better connections. It's always something. This is why you got to be really, really careful out here, man. Be very prepared for this aspect of life. And like I said before, man, we in spiritual warfare, y'all. Yeah, some of y'all think it's cap, but like, it's really energy out here. People that's moving with some real negative energy, and when they're your positivity, your positive energy, the way you're living your life, it irritates their demons, and their demons are going to attack you. So yeah, that's all I got to say today, guys. As I said before, make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment. Check out NavoyVincentFitness.com. You can hire your boy. I could be your online coach, your trainer. We can build you some muscles so you can get some haters or some attention from the ladies. And yeah, like we always say here, make sure to control the negative and focus on the positive. So have a good day. Y'all stay safe out there. I'm out.